Definition of word Ayurveda. The word is composed of two words, Ayu and Veda. That Ayu is defined as combination of Sharira, Indriya. Indriyas has five sensory organs, the organs of perceptions, Sattva, the mind, Atma, the soul. These are the main basic principles in our life we have to understand. Even there are few other synonyms. We can say Dhari, that which is own, Jivitam, the lifespan, Anubandha, accompanying. Veda means the knowledge of science. Hitahitam, Sukham Dukkham, Ayustha Hitahitam, Manamcha, Achaya Prokta, Ayurvedasa Uchati. The science which deals with what is wholesome or unwholesome, saddening or gladdening, quantifying the requisites of life is Ayurveda. Because we can't just tell anyone all is sukha, 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 wholesome, wholesome, wholesome. If I am not wholesome, I have some problem. How to overcome that? Sad because of my diseases. How to overcome this? Hita ahitam, sukham dukkham, ayustatasya hita hitam manancha, tachayatraktaha ayurvedasa uchiti. This is how Ayurveda stands in for. In the history of an Ayurveda, the whole knowledge of philosophy is from microcosm to macrocosm. Our Ayurveda is based on the principles of Indian philosophy. Thus, the principle of life and the creation and the creator, presence of the consciousness is the indicator of existence of the creator God, etc. are accepted and upheld in our Ayurveda. The theory of evolution is based on Sankhya philosophy. The world exists in a Vyakta, unmanifested state, from which successively the Pancha Mahabhutas, five elements in the subtler form, has been emerged as. This, in turn, became the base factors for all the worldly objects, including the human body. Understanding the disease based on the karmas, the past deeds, prayaschitta, oblation, and part of disease we can manage with mantras and yajnas. Knowledge of Ayurveda first exists since long ages, brought to earth by Bharadwaja Muni from the gods. From here, we can see the science has come to a human beings. First, as I told you people earlier, Mahabrahma. He was the basic root of our Ayurveda. From him, the subject, the Ayurveda, was downloaded to Daksha Prajapati, his son. Daksha Prajapati, he trained and tuned Ashwini Kumaras. As I told earlier, these were the people with Ashwini Shlokas. They used to come down to the earth and train the people or treat the people. From Ashwini Kumaras, Indra is the one who learned the science of Ayurveda. Here, it became two main streams. The science was propagated in heading of Chikitsa Sampradaya, School of Internal Medicine, and the preceptors were sage Atreya from Bharadwaja, Agnivesha, and Charaka. Everywhere and anywhere we do talk about Charaka. Charaka Samhita. We refer Charaka Samhita. From again Bharadwaja, there was another branch wherein it started with Dhanvantari and Sushruta. Sushruta is being saluted by everyone for his surgical Shalya Chikitsa, what we call it. Shalya, that is surgical. Chikitsa, surgeries, what we can say into. The disciples of the sages wrote treatises in their own speciality. Historians traces this period to be more than 5,000 years, what we say about into. These people have made our Ayurveda to understand beautifully in a simpler manner 8 branches. Ashtanga Ayurveda. First one is Kaya Chikitsa, internal medication. Kaumara Bhrutya, Bala, pediatrics, and obstetrics clinic also do come under Kaumara Bhrutya. Third one is Shalya Chikitsa, it is surgery. Fourth one is Shalakya or Urdhvanga, means above the neck. ENT or eye care. Ear in E, N is nose and T is for throat. ENT and I is separate, eye care. Fifth one is Visha Chikitsa or toxicology, what is also known as Damshtra. Jara Chikitsa is a geriatrics for oldish people like Vrushya Chikitsa, management of loss of libido and infertility. Graha Chikitsa, psychological disorders and their management. As Dharmartha has known to be a Vishnu Swarupa in our Ayurvedic science, he is the one who has come with Amrita Rasha in hand and medical plants in other hand. We salute Lord Dharmartha. He is a mythological incarnation of Lord Vishnu, what we do see. He emerged from the Milky Ocean when churned by gods and demons. We believe he is the originator of Ayurveda. And we celebrate Ayurveda Day on Dhanteras, first day of Deepavali also, in his Jayanti, what we call as. Brahma is said to be originator of all four Vedas, the most earliest and on all subjects and aspects of life. The fourth Veda was Atharvana Veda, in which Ayurveda is also considered as the Upaveda or offshoot of Atharva Veda. I request everyone to tell this shloka, Namami Dhanvantarim Adidevam Surasurai Vandita Pada Padmam Loke Jararup Mrityunasham Dataramesham Vedosharina. Shushruta Samhita, Charaka Samhita and Ashtanga Sangraha Samhitas. They are written by Shushruta, Charaka and Vabhatta. These are known as Bruhatrayi in our Ayurveda texts. And they are the original books. Anything you can refer here in detail and depth if anyone is interested. These books are available in Hindi translations or English, even in Kannada and in other languages also. But the detail and depth of description is, first time when I read a shloka, it may give a little different meaning. As I start going in the depth of it, it gives entire meaning. We do refer even presently for any concern or any cases. These are the treatises for us. Bruhatrayi, they are the largest books in us, what we say. In the field of surgery, even today, the principles advocated by Sage Sushruta is being followed. The nasal, if they tell if there is any accident or something, they use the same technique using a local stick, preserving as a tube and taking a cheek skin which is nearly to the nasal structure, cut into the leaves pattern and they restitch Sage Kashast. How to do that?